Hi there, I'm Chelsea Yeoman and I've been doing an internship with Scripps Union NZ. Scripps Union is a faith-based organisation which takes young people out into the New Zealand outdoors during their school holidays and takes them up into the mountains or to the ocean and doing just fun outdoor activities and getting kids out into their own backyard. So I guess one of my main issues that I want to talk about is it happened out in the field. We were taking a bunch of young people climbing up in the Kaikoura Ranges. We were climbing Mount Fife. Now Mount Fife is about 1,600 metres above sea level, so it's a substantial climb for these young people. And the issue here was that when you have young people coming on these camps, you have no idea what their abilities are going to be. So we often will have young people turn up who have been tramping their whole life with their family and they know what they're doing and they're well practiced at it, whereas we can also get young people who have never been on a tramp in their entire life. And this happened to be the case on this day that we went for our overnight tramp up Mount Fife. So the issue was that our group got very split. We had the front group far ahead and they were setting a very fast pace, and then we had some of the young people who had never been tramping before and were really struggling with it quite far down the back and split off and feeling very discouraged by this tramp and feeling in a lot of pain. So I saw this as a really big issue. And the lead up to this issue was that we hadn't communicated as leaders what our plan was going to be while we tramped, where our breaks were going to be, and who in fact was in charge of setting that pace and making sure the young people didn't go too far ahead and making sure who wouldn't let the young people go too far behind. So how I managed this issue was within about half an hour of the tramp I realised what was happening, and I pulled our leadership team together and we looked at the geographical map of the area. We pinpointed spots which would be good to have as stopping spots. We let the young people know these spots, and we delegated tasks to different leaders, who was going to be at the front setting the pace, who was going to be at the back being Taylor and Charlie and making sure people didn't fall behind. And alongside that just came, you had to be really positive and really encouraging towards these young people. And I had to make sure as the key leader that I was communicating really well with my leadership team, who could then communicate well with the young people to make sure that we could get everybody from the bottom of the mountain to the top of the mountain before darkness set in. And the leaders responding to this the response was really good. They all pitched in, everybody used their different skills and abilities in this situation, and we had Paul, my supervisor. He was at the back because he's very encouraging, but he can also be very firm in getting these young people up. I stayed up the front and set a good pace, not too fast but not too slow. And then the rest of our leadership core team were in the middle encouraging kids and keeping them distracted. We played lots of activities where it was just a lot of chatting which distracted the young people from the pain in their legs. This experience taught me the importance of teamwork. Something that I often do is I don't delegate tasks very well, so this taught me that delegation was the key to the success of this whole thing, and the leaders all pitched in and worked really well together. I also got taught that communication is key and communicating clearly is key. And I also got taught that sometimes I just have to be more patient because I can be really impatient and just wanting our team to get to the top of the mountain before anyone could relax, but in fact taking good breaks and making sure everyone is energized over that time getting up there was really important for our team. Something positive I found I achieved during the whole internship was I learnt how to work well with a whole range of people. This included our leadership team and also the young people who came on these camps. We have people from different cultural backgrounds and different socioeconomic backgrounds. And I believe this was really crucial to wherever I end up in the future, and learning how to work really well with a wide variety of people. And also back to the communication, learning how to communicate well and clearly with the team, and also communicating any conflicts well with your team and learning how to give feedback nicely were all these things that I learnt while on the internship. and are displayed by Scripps Union as an organisation, and I believe I've learnt some of these skills. And lastly, my advice for future interns is to select something for your internship that you know you will love. I knew I was going to love Scripps Union because I love people and I love the outdoors, and it was a combination of two of my deep passions. So find something that you love, and then once you start doing it, push into challenging yourself and pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. And it's then, I believe, when I pushed myself out of my comfort zone, that's where I grew the most, and that's where I was challenged the most. And it's also really impressive to your supervisor when you take initiative and do things yourself. And it could even result in a job. I know I've been asked to come back and lead on plenty more Scripps Union camps in future, which I will hopefully be doing. So yeah, just find something you love and do it really, really well. Cool. Thank you.